Welcome back, everybody. How was everybody's Christmas break? While I finished eating my breakfast.
You know how my Christmas break was.
Oh my God, be quiet. Awesome. I got some good news.
What?
I got accepted into college.
Yeah.
Courtney, why didn't you clap?
For you. That is awesome.
She's in another room.
All right, who else?
My Christmas good.
Good. Good. I saw you last week.
I know.
That was one cold day.
That was. It was. And busy in Starbucks.
Yeah.
All right, who else has a win to share over the break?
I'm about halfway done with that book I'm writing for the first draft.
That's awesome. That's
Farthest
so
I've gotten ever.
Yeah, that is so cool. And you're gonna keep going, huh?
Yep.
Awesome.
I made it halfway.
I'm excited to see the full thing. I'm so excited.
I considered bringing like the first chapters and handing it out. But
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it next week.
You could. You could always just like ask, hey, who's
And then
willing
wants
to
And
read
then
it?
wants
Hey, fantasy book? I'm down, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say he would read it. He would read it.
Just let me know in the group.
Yeah.
Send me a
Since you
DM.
say you want to read a book, I'm giving you a book that you have not read for the past like 3 months.
She's like, yeah, but now I have a reason to.
See, I understand it's not. Older siblings, we can read a book in like a day without skipping it. Younger siblings like to read it over the course of a couple weeks.
Maybe that is an older sibling and your sibling thing.
And it depends on the person. Yes.
I am
Some people
not-
might read like 500-page books in a day.
Some people read like 10 chapters.
I wasn't
Depends
a
on
reader
how
until I hit
addicted I am to
adulthood.
a book.
Yes.
I didn't become a reader until I was well into adulthood. Until I broke my hips and couldn't do anything else.
That's
That'll make you a reader when you're sitting there and not able to get up and do anything.
Depends on the book and depends on how busy my schedule is for the day.
I mean, I was carrying that thing around with my crutches. Like I had it in I was in my ACU, so you got those big old pockets. So I'd have my book in my big old cargo pocket, and I'm on my crutches every time the platoon stopped. Because I don't have to be being good like them. I'm on med bay. All right. So, 2026, a whole new year has arrived. Who's excited?
It seems like it's already been like 2
New
months.
year, new me.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people like to say. I don't like the new year, new me. I like the new year, new choices. Because you're never a new you. God made you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You don't need to remake yourself. You just need to make better choices so that you can align yourself with God's vision for you. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. So we're going to talk about our future self. All right? But not in a vague, someday, hopefully kind of way. We're going to get serious. We're going to get specific.
I
And
thought
we're
we were
going to
taking
get
it easy on the new day.
intentional. It's going to be a fairly short read, but we're going to watch a video, and then we're going to talk and
So
chat.
she is taking it easy on us.
Yes, it's going to be easy. All right. So who knows who that guy is?
Jimmy.
For sure.
I don't know who that is.
Most of us,
Who's
right?
that?
I've never seen a video of his, but I know who he is.
You haven't ever seen a Mr. Beast video? Who hasn't seen a Mr. Beast video?
I was joking.
Okay.
I've seen him do.
Do y'all, are y'all not basically allowed to watch YouTube? Is that why?
We do.
You are?
I'm not into it.
Just not into that kind of stuff.
Currently,
We saw
I'm
him at the
fasting
state
from
fair
YouTube,
doing a dude perfect.
Awesome. I like that. That's amazing. Is anybody else fasting from anything?
Screens.
Screens in
Yeah.
general? That's awesome. Well, I'm sorry to ruin your
The beginning
fasting.
of every year.
This is schoolwork.
Screens in a certain
This is
way.
different.
Screens in a
Yes.
certain
At the beginning of each year, our church does 21 days of fasting. So
That is awesome. I've been looking into and praying on what I want to fast on. My last 21-day fast was back in, how long have I been sober? 3 years. 3 years. 3 years ago, February. And I decided after months of praying on what I was going to give up for God, it was going to be alcohol. And I didn't know why, because I didn't have a problem by most people's standards. But when I finally prayed, you know, God, just make it overwhelmingly clear. Just give me the answer. I'm ready to accept it. And into my head flowed almost as quickly as my words went out of my mouth, into my head and into my heart, it was alcohol. All things alcohol. And I was like, really? Really? That? Like, why? That's not going to be hard. Like, why? I haven't touched a drop since. I don't know why, but God told me no more alcohol. And I was just like, okay. That was probably my first big obedience step where I prayed for direction and I listened. And that was only 3 years ago. So big things can happen from a small choice of obedience, even when you don't know why you're obeying. Yeah, big things. So if you haven't ever done a fast, it's a really cool thing to do. And it doesn't mean you'll end up giving up whatever you give up forever. It's 21 days and you do it the right way and you pray, and it's really, really transformative. I like that. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So when Mr. Beast, a man who now has over 400 million subscribers across his channels, he was a teenager when he started. He started doing something that most people thought was weird. He would film videos of himself playing Minecraft, and then he would share them on this weird new thing that's only been around a few years called YouTube. People thought he was weird. People thought he was wasting his time. Well, a little over 10 years ago, he decided to film a few videos of himself talking directly to his future self. He would sit in front of his camera and he said things like, "Hey, me in 1 year, how are you doing? I hope you haven't given up. I hope we have 50,000 subscribers." And then, "Hey, me in 2 years. Hey, me in 5 years and 10 years. And apparently there's a 20-year video. But of course, it hasn't been 20 years yet, so we don't see that one. He goes, "I'm supposed to be studying for a history test, but instead I'm filming these videos. By the time you're watching this, I hope you have 1 million subscribers. I hope you're making a living doing YouTube. I hope you didn't give up." Right? He scheduled those videos to post that amount of time in the future, and he didn't look at them again until they posted, till they went public. And then he'd do a reaction video to them, comparing what he had planned for himself and the reality he was living. Now this is what's wild, is Mr. Beast didn't just hope those things would happen and then forget about them, right? He was actively creating that future version of himself every single day. He was making videos every single day, learning, improving, and staying obsessed with his goals. And guess what? That future version of himself that he talked to, that's who he became. And actually, even more remarkably, he flew way past all those goals. How many million subscribers? He has 400 million subscribers. Almost 500 million people watch his videos. That's more than, what, the entire population of Texas? I don't know, I haven't checked the population lately.
Definitely more than the population of like
That's
the
a
upper
lot.
half of Canada.
It's a lot. All right, so why does it work? Actually, you know what, before we talk about why it works, let's watch the video. We're gonna watch the video. This is him reacting to his High Me in 10 years, which went live in October. All right. How cool is that? Side note, I don't believe in luck. I no longer believe in luck. He's wrong when he says that it was luck. It was, however, neuroscience, psychology, and blessings. All right, so why it works. Is it manifestation, vision boards, positive thinking? Kind of all those things, but it's when you write or record that kind of powerful, personal declaration. It's called a future self manifesto. Okay? There's actual science behind it. When you clearly envision your future the way you want it, when it's so clear that you can envision your future self, and you talk to that person or write to that person and imagine their life in detail, your brain starts treating that future version as real. That version of your future, your brain starts thinking, oh, that's the life we're living. When you can describe it so clearly and you talk about it so often or so detailed, that programs your brain to bring it into reality. What your brain is doing there is called future self continuity. Your brain starts making decisions today based on who you're trying to become in that future, which then in turn makes that future become reality. Automatically works toward making you become that person that you've envisioned in your future. But it only works to our advantage if we clearly envision that improved future version of ourselves with intention. Okay, so Mr. Beast filmed those videos. Once he did that, his brain was constantly asking, what would that future version of me with 1 million subscribers do right now? Would he sleep in, or would he get up and film another video? Right? That future vision that he had described for himself so clearly guided his daily choices, and those daily choices built that future that he had described. And way more, obviously. It went above and beyond what he had described. Now here's where this gets even better, because this isn't just psychology, much like many things that we've talked about in this class, it's also biblical. Jeremiah 29:11, a lot of people know this verse. It's, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And yes, in this book, in Jeremiah, he's talking specifically to a people, right? To a group of people. But I believe, for a fact, God is very purposeful with his words. God chose what was going to be put in the Holy Bible, and he knew that we would look at it as his truth, as his statements. It is just as much for us as it was for them. God already has a future planned for you. He's already envisioned who you could become. And when you partner with him and start envisioning that future with him, you align your dreams with his plans. That's when the real magic happens. That's when the luck appears. You're not just manifesting, you're partnering with God in building the life he designed for you. In Proverbs 29:18 says that where there is no vision, the people will perish. And that one is talking to everybody. There's no arguing that. That's Proverbs. It's age old, ongoing, forever wisdom. Right? Where there is no vision, the people perish. So definitive. If you don't have a vision for yourself, your life will go downward, not upward. You won't accidentally make a better life. Without a clear picture of where you're going, you drift. You react to life instead of creating it. But when you have vision, when you know who you want to become, you live with purpose. All right, so here's what we're going to do this week. You guys have a few different choices here. You kind of get to pick and choose how you do your homework. You're going to need to do at least one, but you're welcome to do more if you'd like. For homework this week, you are going to communicate with your future self. You may write a letter or film a video.
You can't use the time machine?
You know what? Let me know if you can. I will
Extra
make
credit.
that
Extra
exception.
credit.
I will make that exception.
Extra credit though.
Extra credit if I get to take credit for your invention.
I'll make sure not to break the space-time continuum.
Yes, please do not do that.
I don't believe in multiverse. It's a cool concept, but I don't believe it's real.
Yeah.
All right, so you can write a letter or film a video, and either of these can be done one of two ways. I like to write the letters, and I actually like to do a letter from each direction. The two choices are option one, from current you, the you are right now, speaking to the future you, like Mr. Beast did. You're speaking from where you are right now to the person you hope to become. Hi, me in 2 years. I'm 17 right now, sitting in Coach Casey's class. By the time you read this, I hope you've graduated high school, I hope you're in college or starting that business. Fill in whatever goals. I hope you didn't give up. I hope you kept your faith strong. Here's what I'm working on right now to make sure that you can exist. Okay, stuff like that. This communication is full of hope and commitment from your current self to bring that future self into reality. Okay, option number two, which is the more traditional in psychology for a future self manifesto. This one flips it. You pretend to be that future self, and you write a letter or film the video talking to the you are right now. You are going to then describe what your life looks like in the future. So this would sound something like, Dear 2026 me, it's you from 5 years in the future. I just wanted to tell you, you made it. Remember how scared you were about starting that business? Well, it worked out. Remember that goal you're working on? You achieved it by fill in the blank. Here's what helped me get here the most. Fill in the blank. Here's what I wish you knew right now. Okay, I know that one sounds tricky. You guys don't have to predict the future here. It's okay. You're just pretending. It's what you hope that future you would tell you right now.
And you can react when it actually happens.
Exactly. Exactly. This letter is full of encouragement and wisdom and proof that today's struggle is worth it. Now, you're not trying to predict the future, like I said. Don't get caught up in all the, well, I don't know exactly where I'll be in the future. That doesn't matter. Direction is what matters. Okay? So you're just going to pretend to be a future version of yourself that is possible, that you would be happy to become. So which one should you choose? Honestly, whichever one resonates most with you. Or like I said, you could do both. You could try one of each and see which one feels right. Some of you are motivated more by commitment. The first video, like Mr. Beast did, would probably be best for you. Or letter. Like I said, video or letter. Okay? Some of you need that encouragement, so hearing from a version of you in the future who made it, telling you that it's going to be okay and this is how, might be better. All right? There is no wrong answer. Just pick the one that feels right, and that will be your homework assignment. Okay? So, how far in the future? How far in the future, when you write these or do these beyond this class, which I hope you will, because most of the most successful people do these on a pretty regular basis. They create future self manifestos every year, every 2 years, every 5 years. I'm personally working on a 1, a 5, a 10, and a 20 right now. I want to do one of each, and I'm writing them. And I'm going to date them and close them and look at them when that date comes. It can be a very fun and creative outlet and be beneficial for your future. But for this assignment, I want you to stick with somewhere between 1 and 5 years. Because I want you to pick a time frame that feels significant but also manageable and imaginable, okay? So don't go so far into the future that you can't picture it pretty clearly. Even though it's just a creative, hopeful guess, we are using it for building something magnificent. So I want you guys to be able to imagine it well. And I want you guys to imagine what you really want. Okay, we're going to be using this. Before we start writing down some topics we know we want to include in our future self manifesto, I want you guys to really understand why it works scientifically and spiritually. Your brain has a really hard time distinguishing vividly between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. We're going to talk more about this next week, but this is why when you watch a scary movie, your heart races, even though you're not the one being chased, right? Or what's another example of that? When you hear a sad song, remember we talked about emotional mirroring? We talked about the mirroring?
Your neurons.
Yeah. When you hear a sad song, you get sad. Even though you're not the one who got broken up with or lost their dog or whatever, you get sad. This is
Or
because
had to
you're
buy red boots for their mother dying.
shoes.
Shoes, whatever.
And the song never said it was red. Anyway,
Whatever.
he's making fun of me because my favorite Christmas song is a sad song. Anyway, so when you talk to or from your future self in detail, when you imagine their life, their accomplishments, their character, your brain starts creating the neural pathways as if that future is already happening to you. This is called mental rehearsal, which again we will cover in later topics. Olympic athletes use this all the time. They visualize crossing the finish line, standing on the podium, hearing the national anthem, and their brains and bodies start preparing for that reality even when they're still laying in bed. writing these letters makes these videos, or making these videos, does the same thing. You're mentally rehearsing your future.
It reminds me of a verse in, I think, one of Paul's letters where it was either Paul or one of the later letters where he's talking about Jesus wasn't ashamed of the cross because he saw what would come after. He saw going back to the Father and the glory that came after.
Absolutely. No matter how hard the struggle, when you know what's coming or what could come, it makes the struggle more worth it. Okay? When you write to yourself with God in mind, when you ask Him to guide your vision, you align your dreams with His purposes, and you're inviting the Creator of the universe to partner with you. Remember Philippians 1:6, because it tells us, He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. God started a good work in all of you, and He will finish it. You just got to pull your part. You just got to pull your weight, right? Okay, so I'm going to hand out what I'm calling the homework prompt worksheet. This is the thing we're gonna kind of work on in class. You don't have to do a whole lot of it.
I guess just giving us a prompt, gotta generate an answer.
I was just about to say, guys, we're ChatGPT.
You know the word prompt has been around a lot longer than ChatGPT.
I know.
It's become synonymous now.
I know.
They are one and the same.
So these are writing prompts. Can you take one and pass it down?
Along
Take
with
one and
the-
pass it around.
I don't remember anymore. I need one. Straight lines.
So I know there's a lot of questions here. Number one, you don't have to answer all of them. And they don't all need a huge long sentence, right? It can even just be a couple of words in most of these.
Did they also get a bunch of? Did they all get sheets?
Yes.
Extras. Can I have them?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna mess it up.
You are not presenting this,
No, like,
the Future Me manifesto? No, you're not going to present this. Don't worry. It will be used to help you with your final end of year presentation.
And then for the video, do I have to record myself or can I edit it?
It needs to be you talking to you.
Yes. But I can do that without showing my face.
Illuminati master. I just put myself in the hand with my pencil.
So you just want to do like a voiceover? Basically just a voice
Courtney,
message?
take his idea. Let's talk about
I feel like if you see your past self, it
Yeah.
like connects more.
I feel like we need to see facial expressions. Because a lot of what we say comes from not our words. Comes from our facial expressions
Then how are we gonna do it if we
and our body
write?
language.
Where's Casey?
Because of the tonality that comes out when we write.
Because you know
So
you're
it's different when you write.
I have a feeling in 5 years I won't be able to read my handwriting.
It's okay, I will always be able to read your handwriting.
Okay, so-
Yes, ma'am.
You
Can you come
always
here?
look back on yourself and say.
Hold on just a second. Let me finish describing it. I'll go through all of it. Okay, so you don't need to answer every question, but answer as much as you can. And then you're going to use this worksheet to guide yourself in creating your future self manifesto. Whether you write a letter or film a video, whichever style you choose, to or from your future self, here's some things to think about and include. So on side one, on this first side, it says choose your direction. You're going to choose option 1, which is from current me to future me, or option 2, which is from future me to current me. We talked about that earlier, and there's a reminder on your homework reminder page that I have that I will hand out because I won't forget on details about them, okay? So if you're doing the from current you to future you, you could ask, or you could tell them things like where you are right now, your age, your grade, your current circumstances, what's going on in life. And then you can talk about your current goals and dreams, what you're working toward, what you hope to achieve, your current struggles, what's hard right now, what are you worried about, and how are you planning to overcome those struggles. Your commitments, what are you doing now to build their future? What habits are you building for them? Your hope, what do you hope that they've accomplished? Who do you hope that they've become? Your faith, how is God working in your life right now? In what ways are you partnering with Him, and what ways do you hope that your faith has grown? And the last one, and I do want you guys to make sure you include this, go ahead and put a star next to a reminder at the very bottom. The one thing you never want to forget. I want you guys to make sure you include something for your future self if you do the from you to your future you. Something you never want them to forget.
Remember that time you embarrassed yourself in front of everybody?
Remember that time you saw your brother get hung by his pants in a tree?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's
That
even a
sounds
little
like
personal.
a fun story. Make sure you never forget to remind him about that in front of class.
Remember when we saw a skunk and Emily thought it was a wild husky?
Oh my goodness.
She
Wild
thought it was a wild husky. No, it was a little skunk.
That's hilarious. I
We
rescued
were-
baby
that was a
skunks once.
We were in at our old place, we had an old creek bed, and it had like cool old jars and glasses and stuff. And we like to go in there when it dries up and go dig stuff up in there. And we just hear this little scampering, and I look up, and there's a skunk just staring at me. I'm like, Emily, don't freak out, but run. She looks up, she's like, and takes off.
Oh
So mom
my
and dad
goodness.
scream, "There's a wild husky!"
I was gonna mention that actually.
Really?
That's so cute.
Oh, good thing I
So
did.
on the other side is if you choose option 2. Option 2, you'd want to include things like painting the picture of where you are in the future, because option 2 is your future self. You're pretending to be your future self. So you're going to paint the picture of what your future is like. What did you achieve? You're going to say things like, I remember when you were worried about blank. Here's how it turned out. And encouragement. What does current you really need to hear right now? Wisdom gain. What do you think you learned between then and now that would help current you? Gratitude. Thank you for not giving up on fill in big goal. Thank you for staying consistent with fill in a habit that you know you'll need. And faith reflection again. How did God show up? How has he come through for you? And then a final message, the most important thing that future you wants current you to know. I'm going to give you guys just a few more minutes. Go ahead and get started on this. This is stuff you can take home and do as homework before creating your future manifesto.
What does pursuing mean?
Pursuing is like going after, trying to achieve.
Okay.
My thumb hurts because I got another splinter yesterday, but it disappeared. But it still hurts. And my finger hurts because I'm writing.
Yeah, you'll want to sit down and do this in several different sessions.
This paper?
Mhm.
I'm finishing this now.
In 2 minutes.
Wait, what? It's not that time.
I know. But I'm going to move on from this in 2 minutes.
I can listen and write.
Sure you can. Really? I can listen.
Wow.
Sure you can.
With such confidence in me.
Just remember that lesson we had last semester about momentum.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Remember A, 1, B, 2, C, 3.
E4. Bingo.
I was going to say battleship.
That's what I was thinking.
But that would not, you can't, yeah.
That'd be diagonal.
That'd be
You can't
diagonal.
place ships
That
diagonal.
is my strategy, though.
That's cheating.
No, not placing
Oh.
ships that way.
Yeah, to shoot that.
Shooting that way.
Yeah.
A shoot diagonally.
See, what I do is I like to make a little cross and just start.
Crossing
they
through the
gotta-
cross.
Never worked.
Yeah, just
I've
start
tried so
crossing
many
across.
times, it never worked.
They just gotta be somewhere. It's like they're either in the
I shoot
middle
in the
or
corners
there.
in the middle.
If not, then I have these little squares. I'm like, okay, it all becomes mathematical.
Quadrants, yep.
I just shoot
You'll
in the
like the
middle of
Eisenhower
corners.
matrix. Listen.
Both direction and magnitude.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
I love it. I love it.
hope it's gonna be hard, man.
Future you know you didn't quit.
So before you guys start your actual future manifesto this week, I want you to finish this page and then pray. Okay, I want you guys to ask God to guide your vision before you start the actual future manifesto. Ask Him to show you who He sees you becoming. Ask Him what His plans for you are. He's told us He has plans for us, plans to prosper us. So ask Him how. Ask Him to align your dreams with His plans. And then just start writing or filming. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about your grammar or perfect sentences. Just be honest, be vulnerable, and be hopeful. You're not going to share this with any of your classmates. I'm the only one who's going to see this other than you. I will see it. I'm your teacher.
It's going to the folder straight in my room. right
That's
now.
fine. But
Oh, I
like I
thought
said, this is being used. This is being used to create your future manifesto, right? And then you're going to turn it and your future self manifesto in next Monday. Yeah.
So this is a prompt. Can I give it to ChatGPT?
If your ChatGPT knows you as well as it knows me, you can have it help you. I am not opposed to AI assistance. Do not take its words word for word. Put everything in your own words. Use its ideas, because it is a great critical thinker. It is not, however,
Formatting
you.
system.
Make sure you don't let ChatGPT write the future you're going to pursue. Okay? You want to be pursuing your own future, not somebody else's.
ChatGPT for this.
Plus, just remember, ChatGPT only tells you what you want to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that in that way it'd probably be okay.
Yeah, but we
Because
can,
for this assignment.
I'm not gonna be here till like the 9th of February,
Oh, okay.
so I'll turn it in then.
Okay, that's fine. If you guys are doing a video, you will have to turn it in a different way. Obviously, you can't hand me a video on a piece of paper.
flash drive.
Here's my video.
You could give me a flash drive if you want.
Draw
Yes,
the video
so this can be
frame
done-
by
I was gonna
frame.
say draw.
Draw it frame by frame.
This can be done in a letter or in a video. So you can film a video of yourself like Mr. Beast did, or you can write a letter to yourself, just like you're writing to your grandmother or writing to an
Sorry,
old friend,
I was trying to
right?
grab the pencil.
I don't use that example a whole lot because kids that nowadays, I don't know anybody who's actually written a letter to their friend.
Unless if you had a
Awesome.
pen pal.
Huh?
Pen pal.
I did.
Yes,
She
I
made
always
me.
meant to have them do pen pals,
I
but
had a
huh?
really good pen pal.
That's true. I guess in 2020 we did do that. Huh?
Yeah, she made all of us write letters
I
to
did.
one person.
Thank goodness. Thank you for remembering.
I
For
can't believe that was
reminding me
only
of that.
5 years ago.
I know, right? Can you imagine? Well, yeah, 6 now. It's 2026 now.
Like, or, 2016 feels like
Forever ago.
ancient
And
times.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I went on spring
2016
break
was
and
a
I
bit.
Yeah, I turned 6 that year.
So think of the way you're thinking right now and go the other way.
I remember.
Well, 2030 seems like forever.
2036. Can you guys imagine? Or even 2030, you're right. 2030 seems so long
I'm gonna do
from
mine
now.
in 5 years.
And
5
yet
years.
2022 does not seem long ago at all.
Stop hurting yourself.
I remember 2016 as the introduction for Generation 7 in Pokemon.
Oh,
Ooh.
yep.
That's
I
what
love
got
that.
into.
I love the way she remembers the years.
Yeah. I feel like I was born into it.
You were.
I just remember.
Yeah.
I just.
You were, because, hi.
You're such a nerd.
I was 8 when it came to the US,
Well,
and
I
it
am
came
a nerd.
straight into my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the 2010s were probably some of the most memorable years I had growing up.
For me,
That
too.
was you growing up.
Yeah,
For
because it
me
was me
too.
growing up, but still.
The 2010s
Well, I was
were
born in
definitely when I
2010.
grew up.
Or
It was when I became a mom. And I finally had to grow up.
2016 was one of the best.
Stop it.
2014 was good because of the Lego movie.
Yeah. I turned 4 that year.
2018 was a good year for me.
Lego Batman movie, yeah.
Alright, so
Two
I'm gonna
nights
pass
ago,
around.
I watched the first half of the Batman,
Hey, Kevin,
the Lego
time
Batman
check.
movie. It was really bad.
Making live action.
53.
Alright, I'm gonna pass around our homework reminder. There you go.
Homework reminder.
in our lesson recap. Okay, so that nobody has an excuse for not doing their work. Except you have a little bit of an excuse, but it's okay. I'll make sure I figure out a way for you to catch up work.
What about me?
Do what?
She's still gonna make me do schoolwork.
Okay, cool. So if I send the lesson recap and the homework's really clear for next week, you'll be able to do it while
Where?
you're out? Okay, good.
Where's he going? Florida.
Have
Mom,
fun.
Florida?
I'll put it in
You're going to
my
the place?
so I don't forget.
Street trash?
Kevin,
That was rude.
positive words or no words?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, one more minute. Let's see. Okay, Google Classroom information is on this sheet. If you guys do the video, that is how you're gonna turn it in. You're gonna join my class that I just created yesterday, because I am in the middle of building another business right now that I just started this month. So I was swamped all week.
Come on.
What is that code for?
This is the class code. That's what you will type in when Google Classroom asks what class you want to join,
Okay.
okay? If you do a video. But if you're gonna do a letter, then you don't have to worry about this at all, okay? So, show of hands, who knows for sure they're gonna do a video? Okay, 4. All right.
Better.
I've got a
I
camera,
think
so-
I really like it. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and do a video too, at least for like a 10-year.
both. I don't know. I might do like both.
You should write the
but-
letter
You should.
and then film yourself reading the
Oh,
letter.
that's actually a really good idea. That way you get the best of both worlds, and it's not really that much extra work.
Yeah.
Should have done it in COVID, because then 5 years ago.
I know, right? I was thinking that yesterday when I was typing out the final script that I was going to use. I'm like, I wish I would have written a 5-year during COVID.
Yeah, it's
That would be
fine.
so
We
good.
had nothing to do.
All right, yep, let's get going. Let's get going.